office is investigating alleged irregularities in the Prop 50 vote count. We'll have what's behind the controversy ahead.
Also, Oasis Elementary School in Thermal drawing attention from parents after they see a hazmat response.
I'm Pablo Alcina. A wind advisory is in effect for the Coachella Valley. All the details coming up. NBC Palm Springs at 5 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start tonight with new allegations of voter fraud in Riverside County. It's drawing attention from law enforcement and county officials. It's tonight's top story. A group of residents with the Riverside Election Integrity Team movement claimed there were thousands more ballots counted than were actually cast in a recent election. But county officials say the claim are based on misinterpreted data, and the real difference was much smaller. Our Alondra Campos joins us now in studio to explain. Alondra?
The allegations stem from a local group that calls itself an election integrity team here in Riverside County. The group says it found what it believes is a discrepancy between ballots cast and ballots counted in a statewide special election. But county election officials say that that is incorrect and that official data shows a different reality.
Questions about election numbers are once again surfacing in Riverside County, this time from a group of residents who say they found a major problem with how ballots were counted during the special election in November of 2025, where Proposition 50 took the spotlight. These claims prompted the Riverside County Sheriff's Department to conduct an investigation into the county's election process. The claims were presented by the Riverside Election Integrity Team, a group that alleges data from a statewide special election on November 2025 shows that more than 611,000 ballots were cast, but more than 657,000 were counted. The claims were presented during a Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting on February 10th.
We look at the machine count, and the machine count is 45,896 more than we can account for that are documented. And so all we're asking Art is, where's the paperwork?
But county officials say the numbers used by the group are incorrect.
The difference where I believe stands is when the ballots are being accounted for in the daily intake logs. Those are USPS ballots. I believe that that number is logs. There may be differences. Why? Because as I pointed out, there's a lot of hands in the pot. In other words, there's a lot of staff working, and it's very possible that those numbers were just not recorded as they should have.
The Riverside County Registrar of Voters says the actual difference between ballots cast and ballots counted was just 103. And to find that variance, which falls under the industry standard of 2%, they compared the number of verified ballots with the number counted before results are finalized. During that same meeting, Art Tinoco with the Registrar of Voters claimed the group's data only took in the handwritten intake of records, which are estimates completed by election officers and not meant to reflect the final number of ballots. In a statement, Executive Director of Riverside County, Jeff Van Wagenen, said, open quote, "The Board of Supervisors and the Registrar of Voters office are committed to safeguarding free and fair elections in Riverside County. The Registrar of Voters continues to assist law enforcement's efforts to preserve election integrity. This is not the first time, however, that the county's election process has been placed under a microscope. A civil grand jury report on the 2020 election found no evidence of fraud in Riverside County and determined that votes were counted accurately."
The sheriff's office has not released details about the scope of the investigation or when it could be completed. County officials say they remain committed to transparent and secure elections as questions about the vote totals continue to be reviewed. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos, NBC Palm Springs.
Alondra, thank you. A local alert tonight. We're tracking developments out of Oasis Elementary School in Thermal, where parents received a statement about the school relocating some students from classrooms following a deep cleaning. Now, according to this notice, the cleaning took place on Wednesday after school hours, and Coachella Valley School District officials say that the products used are suitable for the classrooms and school settings. The district says students from those classrooms were temporarily relocated to other classrooms out of caution, but the action has led to some concerns from parents. However, district officials say the fire department did visit the school today and confirmed the buildings are safe. Parents telling us they witnessed several Pro vehicles outside of the school when they arrived to pick up their children today from the school. Some raised concerns about the district's process.
We asked what was happening, Everyone seemed confused. They had us wait until someone from the district showed up. According to them, everything was non-toxic, but we heard reports that other children were complaining of health concerns and staff as well. So I would like for the school, for the district to take accountability and to be transparent with us, to let us know what's happening and what the plan is going to be moving forward.
This cleaning at Oasis Elementary comes after the Coachella Valley Unified School District has reported toxic mold findings at 2 other thermal schools. That's John Kelly Elementary and Desert Mirage High School. Now, meanwhile, a special board meeting is underway for the Coachella Valley School District to assess potential staff layoffs. It started at 4, and prior to the meeting, Superintendent Francis Esparza for CVUSD shared 29 to 30 staff members could be affected coming out of this discussion. This comes as the Coachella Valley Unified School District moves forward with a $25.4 million budget cut spanning over the next 3 years.
Let's take a break from the headlines, get a check on tonight's forecast. We have live pictures right now from our Agua Caliente Casino camera high above right there in Rancho Mirage. We're going to send things over to Pablo Alsina. And Pablo, the wind has really picked up.
Yeah, you can probably tell by my hair just blowing all over the place this morning. Actually, a wind advisory in effect until at least 6 p.m. and they will continue being windy throughout the nighttime, just not as high. 77 degrees currently, low humidity 6%, those gorgeous blue skies. Temperatures did not reach 80 degrees anywhere, so that's my happy dance when we don't reach 80 anywhere. Palm Springs with a high of just 77. Desert Hot Springs with a high of just 69 degrees. The dew point very low, that's why it doesn't feel muggy at all. You should have more pep in your step, just gorgeous outside. Dew point at just 17 degrees by 9 p.m. Under 20 the whole day, so just gorgeous, not muggy, not heavy, but yes, windy. Look at Palm Springs, 31 mile-per-hour gusts, could be as high as 50 mile-per-hour in parts of Coachella Valley and the San Gorgonio Pass. Whitewater with 17 mile-per-hour winds. Again, a wind advisory until 6 p.m., but it'll still be windy throughout the night, so be careful. Things could be blowing around, and also lots of dust in the air. Our 3-day comfort air forecast, oh, more happy dances, just gorgeous. Highs of just 78 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Sunday, we will heat back up to those high 80s, so enjoy your Friday and Saturday, gorgeous, and Sunday will still be in the 80s. So for the tennis tournament, to go outside, exercise, perfect weather. Back over to Olivia and Mark.
And now, NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Crowds gathering over at Coachella Valley High School to support the girls varsity soccer team for the CIF state semifinal game, which is tonight. It just started at 5 o'clock. It's where we find our Tim O'Brien. Tim, looks like it's windy out there. What's the latest on the game?
Yeah, Mark, certainly not the best air quality, I would say, out here in Coachella. The game just started a few moments ago, as you mentioned, just after 5 o'clock. Look, BMP's in town. Tennis, obviously, very important to our viewers here in the Coachella Valley. But the reason we're here, we got to show the love to the Lady Arabs. This is the furthest a girls' soccer program has ever reached in the Coachella Valley, which date back Indio, Palm Springs, and Coachella, the 3 original high schools, all the way back into the 50s and 60s here in the Coachella Valley. So with a win today, it would launch the Lady Arabs into the state final, that is, the overall. They won the Southern Section CIF on Saturday, and this is a team in Segerstrom out of Santa Ana that they're playing tonight that is undefeated on the road. So when they win on Tuesday, they get excited. They're hosting a semifinal match, but they're doing it against a tough team that hasn't lost on the road. I'm going to step out of the way. Game, as you can see, in action. It is so windy out here. Perfect example for you viewers at home. There was a throw-in from the sideline. The ball never made it back into play. The wind pushed it right back out of bounds. So certainly going to be some tough conditions. Coachella playing into the win in this first half, so it'll be interesting to see. Perfect example there. Ball just lifted up in the air. Good save by the Coachella keeper, but the win certainly in advantage for Segerstrom at this moment in time. And then the second half, Coachella Valley will switch back in and get that. So only time will tell whether or not at 6 o'clock we'll have an update. Figure we'll be at the launch of the second half at that point in time. But we'll keep you updated out here in Coachella in very chilly and windy conditions. But we'll leave all that talk up to Pablo. We'll see you back here coming up at 6. Live at Coachella, I'm Tim O'Brien. Send it back to you guys in studio.
All right, Tim, thank you. We are cheering on our Lady Arabs. Coming up next here on NBC Palm Springs, festival season right around the corner, and a job fair today is helping Valley residents secure seasonal income. We've got the details after the break.
Also, we have the latest on day 2 over at the BMP Paribas Open, where Venus Williams made an appearance on Stadium Court 1 today. We'll share the results coming up.
It's about to heat up.
Watch the BNP Paribas Open. All courts, all matches, live and full replays. Live now through March 15th on Tennis Channel and the Tennis Channel app.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. Festival season is upon us, with the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival being only 1 month away.
However, the Polo Grounds already seeing a crowd, with Golden Voice hosting a job fair on site. Our Brett Rosen joins us live in studio tonight with more on the story. Hey, Brett.
Mark, the job fair started at 9 in the morning and was supposed to go until 2 in the afternoon, giving locals who want or need a job at the festival a chance to fill out applications and then do interviews. However, the fair was so packed that by noon, Golden Voice just had new people who showed up only fill out just applications. Today at the Indio Polo Grounds, hundreds of Coachella Valley locals came out for a job fair to try and work during the Coachella Valley Music and Art Festival and Stagecoach. This year's fair being nearly 5 times as successful, with over 600 plus applicants compared to last year's 150. Indio officials saying these numbers show more than anything how important the festivals are to the local economy.
They have about 10,000 people, workers on the site at every one moment, any given time. So they do have a lot of jobs that they need to fill, and having this job fair here tells me that they're local people coming.
And with the increase in applicants, a fair that was supposed to go until 2 p.m. had to stop doing in-person interviews by noon. Instead, the outside had its own line forming, with those still wanting to apply and throw their resume in the ring.
It's like a job that I need to get more for my income.
But for others like Mario Perez, who's a high schooler, he says he was grateful that he got inside to do an in-person interview because he got the job, and now he has the opportunity to help raise funds for his family.
I only work like when I get contracted working with palm trees. I want to help my mom because, you know, she's a single mother of 4. So, you know, I have to like contribute in the house.
But for most who left the application, they say the money that comes with the job is great, but the experience of working at the festival is even better.
I do want to make some money and apply that to a different trip in May, but it's also just the experience. I had a great time working it back in 2017. You know, you get to see a lot of behind the scenes and just operations.
Mark and Olivia, something that was stressed by the community services manager was the importance of this job fair, not just for locals to have that second income, but also because no one knows the city and festival better than the people that live here. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, Brett, thanks for that.
Brett, thank you. The California State University San Bernardino Palm Desert campus held a career showcase today, helping students network with local employers. This ran from 10 to 1 inside the campus's Health Sciences building on Cook Street. The opportunity for students to explore career opportunities and internships in the Valley and meet recruiters is something organizers hope will drive the local economy forward. The university blended multiple industries in the large communal space, such as healthcare work, nonprofit organizations, government agencies, and school district employment.
So we bring up to 20 organizations to the Palm Desert campus. It's a great way for our students to make those connections in a more intimate setting. So they have less pressure. They still come dressed up, right, and ready to go, and they're prepared. We do have what we call a career prep day where we bring organizations to campus. So we partner with Think Together leading up to this event to really help students prepare their resumes, practice their pitch, but then also get ready to engage with our organization today in more of a confident way. And so today, up to 20 organizations, I think it's about 18 to be exact, but it's a nice, healthy mixture of industries that are looking to connect with our students.
Bidding also notes that this event has become a signature one for the university, where they're continuing to expand services and partnerships around the region. We're back with Pablo's full forecast right after this. Stay with us.
Happy Thursday, I'm Pablo Alcina. Look at the simply gorgeous blue sky, the Walter Clark cam shot. You also notice, boy, are those trees moving. Yeah, wind gusts of up to 30 miles an hour right now. For tomorrow, same temperatures, just less winds, between 75 and 79 miles an hour temperatures. Mild and dry, those gusty winds will still be there. And look at today, we were nearly at normal, just 1 degree hotter. It still counts as another day hotter, so every single day in March has been above normal, but only by 1 degree. Can't complain. Back in 1972, we reached 100 degrees on today's date. High temperatures, no 80s anywhere to be seen. Love that. Idlewild with a high of just 54. In this area, Palm Desert, 78. Palm Springs, 78. Should be the same for tomorrow. As far as the winds, on Saturday in Whitewater, wind gusts between 30 and 39 miles an hour. And then on Sunday, more than 40-mile-per-hour winds in Whitewater. The rest of the area is also pretty windy. South of the I-10 around here for the tennis tournament on Saturday, you're going to see wind gusts between 20 and 29 miles an hour. The high desert with wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour on Saturday. So yeah, the winds will be picking back up again. If you're going walking tonight, great time to do so. Just be careful. It's still windy. 6 p.m. around 65 degrees. By midnight, a lot cooler than yesterday. We'll be at 56 degrees. Low temperatures around 56 in Palm Springs. And the 7-day comfort air forecast, gorgeous Friday and Saturday. And then we're going to heat back up again because of a high pressure system. So on Sunday, even being partly cloudy, we'll see a high of 89, cooling off a little bit for Monday and Tuesday. And then next Thursday, oh no, back into the mid-90s. They're not going to have a happy dance for me. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
First round play over at the BNP Paribas Open wraps up tonight at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Here's the latest update from our friends over at the Tennis Channel.
The fifth major continues in the desert. Grigor Dimitrov punched his ticket into the second round with a 3-set win over Terence Atman. The victory avenged his defeat to the Frenchman just 8 days ago in Acapulco. 10 aces and 31 winners for the Bulgarian, who moves on to face world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz for a spot in round 3.
You know, it looks very nice, very beautiful, lots of people, but yeah, the weather really made it miserable out there. I'm not gonna lie, it was I think it was very difficult on both sides. I think I started the match very good, but in a way it could have gone either way. But I was able to stay very strong in the most important moment, and yeah, kind of rattled him a little bit with the win, so that helped a lot.
Taylor Townsend reached her first tour-level singles final in Austin last week, and the American continued her good run of form as she took out Maria Buskova in straight sets. The victory was her 11th match win in 10 days. Townsend will face 28th seed Marta Kustyuk in the second round. And Aisling Kruger also waved the red, white and blue as she moved on. The 21-year-old Texan dominated Magda Linette. 22 winners against a former top 20 star. Up next for her, Ludmila Samsonova. And don't forget, you can watch all the action live daily and head on over to tennischannel.com to download the app.
And remember, we've teamed up with the Tennis Channel as well to bring you all the BNP Paribas Open highlights throughout the competition, which you can watch in our evening newscasts. If you'd like to watch their full coverage of the event, we've put a channel guide right there on your screen.
And in more BNP news, the grounds were buzzing after remarks made by Novak Djokovic yesterday alluded to a potential comeback for tennis superstar Serena Williams.
I think she's coming back. I don't know. I haven't spoken to her, but I think, I mean, I'm not, I guess the sentiment is that she's coming back, and where and how, singles, doubles, we don't know. Yeah, everybody is excited, and it's definitely something that is very highly anticipated. So, you know, let's see.
Serena were to begin playing again, it would be her first showing since 2022. Fans around the BNP Paribas Open had some mixed reviews about that potential comeback.
If she comes back, I don't know if she's going to be able to dominate the game again, but like she'll have way more competition than before.
I mean, she's the greatest of all time. I think she's definitely able and physically able to come back. So I'm excited to see her journey. So I encourage it.
I want to see that happen. I'd be the first one there.
I have kind of mixed feelings about it. I mean, Serena, 23 Grand Slams, singles, right? That's second to
In Atlanta, there's a presence with a wagging tail that's bringing calm to the courtroom. Meet Icy, a pit bull mix who sits beside defendants in Fulton County's behavioral health court. The rescue dog was once abused and even shot, but now helps ease people's anxiety as they face a judge. She was even adopted by a judge after she graduated from her Canine Cellmates program. How sweet is that?
Cute dog, but I'd rather a great lawyer than a cute dog helping me out.
This
Just
is
saying.
true.
Nightly News is next. We're back at 6. We'll see you then.